and Ishmael. I challenge y'all to look at that passage of scripture. We're going to go back over to Genesis 16 in a minute. Genesis chapter 21 and 9, it says the same thing. Similar thing. Genesis 21 and 9. 21 and 9, it says this. Oh, God help us. Say deliverance from the spirit of Ishmael.
Deliverance from
Say deliverance from the spirit of Ishmael.
Deliverance from the spirit of Ishmael.
Verse 9 says this, and Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking. He was mocking her. He was mocking Isaac. Are y'all listening to me? God will hear your afflictions. Hagar, listen with Hagar. Now, they connected with Hagar. Abram and Sarai, they connected with Hagar. Hagar means, listen to this. This is a stranger or one that has fear. Hagar means a stranger or one that has fear. Allegorically, it represents the Jewish church in bondage to ceremonial law. Sarah again represents the Christian church in freedom that has been promised through Jesus Christ. The Apostle Paul gives that revelation in Galatians chapter 4 and 24. Let's go back to Galatians 4 and 24. And we're going to go back over here. We're going to work this out. Y'all give me time to work it out. Say work it out.
Work it out.
Give me time to work it out. Some we need to get rid of the Ishmael. Look what it says in Galatians 4 and 24. Which things are an allegory, for these are two covenants. The one from the Mount Sinai, which generate to bondage, which is Hagar. See, keeping a law, performance hindrance demons, performance oriented, doing things ourselves, doing things in our flesh. Are y'all listen to me? Doing what we feel is right, what we think is right. But what you are doing is birthing an Ishmael. You're birthing an enemy. Listen, because they slept with the bondage of this slave and Egyptian woman, it birthed some enemies against the spiritual Israel in the church. So when we go and do things in our flesh and in our own ways of thinking or what we are being taught, we birth Ishmaels. We birth enemies that are against us, that persecute us, that mock us. Are y'all listening to me? We've got to break free from Ishmael. Are y'all listening to me?
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you from the promise. The Ishmael keeps us in the wilderness of life. It keeps us in a wilderness, one affliction after another. It keeps us in the wilderness, one problem after another. Are y'all listening to me? Genesis chapter 21 and verse 20 says this. Y'all stay with me. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of what? Egypt. Ishmael's connect with the house of bondage. Many of us have connected with bondages, houses of bondage. We are connected with the slave woman and the one that will lead us into the wilderness. And that is keeping us from receiving the promise. You must refuse to birth sons of Ishmael. The promise. And you must receive and birth promises. And guess what? You must refuse to fellowship and connect with Ishmaels because they mock, they persecute, they insult. Are y'all listening to me?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it was 14. Isaac was born 14 years after that. God forbid that we will have to wait 14 years, but 14 is the number of deliverance.